Bo, apparently deporting legally settled people is, quote, broadly in line, end quote, with Tory policy, says Badenoch's office. Now, have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
A little.
Well, look, I don't believe Badenoch. I don't believe her, obviously.
Yeah, right.
But cool. I tell you what, the fact that the Overton window has shifted so far, right, that now the opposing party, like, yeah, I mean, they are only kind of by decree at the moment the opposition. They're not actually the opposition, but the fact that that the opposition to the government is saying, yeah, deporting legally settled people in this country is kind of in line with our policy, right? I mean, that, to all the retards out there, and you are retarded, that says the Overton window doesn't exist, boom.
Yeah.
Boom. You couldn't dream of this being spoken about a decade ago, 5 years ago, even a year ago. So you keep saying how it doesn't exist. You keep saying how nothing ever happens. Your containment.
Yeah,
whether you want to be or not, your containment.
Yeah.
This would have been inconceivable.
Yeah.
In the wise words of the Princess Bride. Inconceivable. I'm glad you got that reference.
Yeah.
I said it, but anyway. What do you think?
Right, yeah, so, yeah, right, well, for a few things. First of all, yeah, the people that say nothing ever happens, the Overton window doesn't exist, everything's a psyop. You're the fucking psyop, if that's what you're saying. Yeah, you're there, you're part of the containment psyop now, because that's nonsense and bullshit. Yeah, Badenoch, right, Badenoch, has she got any actual values whatsoever? You can find the clip very easily. It's only a few years old, where she's boasting, again, in Parliament, in the House of Commons, boasting that she got migration increase, that she made it easier for foreign visas or some shit. Because that was where the Overton window was at that point, where that was that gave you political clout. That was sort of the good thing for your career to be saying and doing that at that point. So that's what she did. Now the Overton window has moved to the point where this is now she calculates the best thing to do is to say stuff like this. I'll tell you what. Just plays into the idea that people like me and people like Douglas Carswell and other quite brave souls, much more brave than me. I'm not saying I'm brave. People like Douglas Carswell that have actually got something to lose and stuff. People like Rupert Lowe and others, many long before me or Douglas ever said anything like this. They're the truly brave ones. Who actually believe it as well, We're not just saying it because we've realised the way the winds have changed and we're grubbing for votes, making calculations, political calculations on what we think will win us the most number of votes. No, it's just an actual true opinion, a true value call. So, because that is the next big thing. After illegal immigrants, it's the legal ones. Many times more of them. Millions more of them. Yeah, people that were born here. Yeah. People that came here legally. Yeah. Maybe second or even third generation people that came here legally. Yeah, we're talking about that now. Because we want our fucking country back. Because we're not going to be invaded and replaced and demographically wiped out. We're not going to accept that sort of very slow, almost bloodless genocide. We're not going to have it. So it means that we will need to deport many millions of people that came here legally. Yeah. And the fact that Rupert Lowe and Jenrick, and now even, because I saw Jenrick saying something similar, Rupert Lowe recently said he wants to see at least 2 million. It's more like 20 million, but okay, at least 2 million people, including many people that come here legally, deported. That's what needs to happen. Yeah, because they committed a crime of unparalleled, that's just completely unparalleled in scale. Was that crime of flooding us with millions of people that don't want to and can never be English or British. So we've got to get rid of them. We've got to clear it out. It's got to happen. It's that, or some sort of Yugoslavia or South Africa style nightmare, actual nightmare. So yeah, that's what it's got to be. But I don't trust Kemi Badenoch. This is not coming from any place of conviction.
Oh no, of course not. God no. God no. God no. This all started because a Home Office shadow minister and Tory whip said many people would need to lose their indefinite leave to remain status in order to ensure that the UK is mostly culturally coherent, prompting criticism from other parties. That is a true statement.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that's a perfectly true and reasonable statement.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
Asked about Lamb's comments, Badenoch's spokesperson said some had been pulled out of context. Shut up, doesn't matter. He said, she said there are a large number of people who came to this country legally but shouldn't have been able to do so. The leader of the opposition agrees with that. Well, there's so many more. You should have listened to bloody Enoch Powell. You should have listened to him at the time. You should have listened to him. And you should listen to the electorate when we said we don't want these people here. It doesn't matter whether you've allowed them here legally or not. I've made this argument many, many times. They came here by policy. They can leave by policy. It's as simple as that. Just because they've been allowed here doesn't mean they have to stay here permanently. It doesn't mean that your hands are tied. Yeah, bye-bye. You can go. It's really not a big deal.
Yeah. No, absolutely. They came here against our will. They can go back against theirs. Yeah, there's been in history, in fact, very, very recent history, there are lots and lots of examples of when a country decides that a whole swathe of peoples that are currently on their territory need to go and be deported forcibly. Yeah, that's happened loads throughout history. There's nothing particularly odd or weird or wrong-headed or evil or anything about that. No, that's prudent, actually, very often. That's necessary. That's absolutely necessary to prevent a much worse thing. So we can do it. We can do it. I remember when India and Bangladesh and Pakistan wanted to decolonize and get rid of all the whites that are in their country. Oh, it was all right then. Oh, when it was exactly the other way round, that was a good thing, apparently. Oh, but if we want to do it, no, you can't do that. You can't have a country. You can't be allowed to notice that you've got a race or an ethnicity or a culture. You can't have any of those things. Yeah, bollocks.